Aloha. Here's the takeaway. When playing with yourself, you don't have to tune with anybody else. If you have your tuner, that's great. Maybe for the time being, just tune the C with your tuner and then ear tune the rest. If this low C you know is the same as the high C, when the C is in tune, you should be able to pluck both and have them be in unison. One is lower, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So it's an octave, but they're both the same note, just oscillating at a different frequency. One's fast, one's slow. So when we go through here, the one common takeaway that I want to take from today is I'm going to show you what you already know. I just want to make sure that you know how the pieces fit together for this puzzle piece. A C major is based off of the low C. A D minor looks like an F but has our finger down on the C string at the second fret to give us the D note of a D major. The reason why C major is a C major is because there are no sharps and flats in the key of C, so all the chords in here are all going to be spelt with these 7 notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. None of them are sharp, none of them are flat. C major, C, D, E, F, G. Get rid of 2 and 4, we have C, E, and G. All of these notes are C, E, and G. The bottom one's a G, it's your low G. The C is open, the E is open, and the high string, the A string, A sharp, B flat, B, and then C, C, E, G, C major, all day long. The reason why we learn how to play it in different fingerings is so your pinky becomes used to going up and then barring the notes that were closed for C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, so on and so forth. That is one movable shape from this chord. The next chord is a D minor. First finger, first fret, second finger, second fret, third finger, second fret. Boom. Leaving the top string open. When we play it, we get a D minor. If we change that fingering to the secondary fingering of the D minor, we still have all the same keys and all the same notes, and that one note is still open. However, it now gives us the opportunity to shift it up a half step and bar, or to play just that note, because that's the only note that matters. Same thing. So we could have a D minor to an E minor. The reason why we play these shapes without these notes is so when we play a D minor, our pinky is open to mute the string that's open. So we still get a D minor that can have a staccato, very staccato type of beat, meaning legato is it functions till it decays. Staccato plays it and cuts right off. Can't do that with open notes. That's why you have to mute them and or play full bar chords. Ta-da! So C major, D minor, scoot that D minor up for an E minor, or play an E minor, or play a G with the E in there, which makes a G6, which is an E minor, and then go to an F major. The fifth after the fourth is the F, you already know that. The fifth is the G, the minor sixth is the A minor. Now guaranteed, all the notes in A minor are all the same notes in C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, because the sixth of every key is the same as the one. C, D, E, F, G, A. In the key of D major, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B minor. All the notes in B minor are all the same notes in D major. And in music, you will notice that they function in a very certain way. We'll get into that later. However, to complete the thought, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then it resolves back to C. Now that seventh one looks like our G7, because it is. All chords have 2 names. B diminished that resolves to C. When we play in C sharp, can have a B sharp diminished that resolves to C sharp. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of hard to keep going. That's a great process too. I haven't done that in a while. It hurts my fingers. So that is just taking a shape and moving it up. When we go to the concept of today, I would like you to do your F major, A major, D major, and D minor in teeter-totter fashion. and then do a workup. I kind of call these waterfalls. I'm not sure what to call them yet, but here's what they look like. If you can play an A major and go 1, switch, 2, and 3, and 4, and A major, and 1, and 2, and 3, and A major, 2, and 3, and rest. And if you can do this and you're pretty comfortable doing that and your fingers don't need that layering effect, then move on to the next thing where you go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and playing on the 1 and the 3 exhibits that you know how to play half notes. 2, 3, 4. While keeping the hand like this, you'll tend to notice that you'll become perfect at playing rhythm on the strumming hand. Once you get done with half notes, try downstrokes on every one. Those are going to be quarter notes. And then when we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and these exhibit eighth notes. Down, up, 1 and 2 and. When we go down, up, but we double this speed from just being 1 and it's actually 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we just throw E in there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. These are 16th notes. And then when we double this, those are 32nd notes, which is very fast and it depends on how fast you start the whole process. So what I would like you to be able to accomplish and do this on your own, because this helps with progressions and us just chit-chatting about stuff, is this. C, C major, D, D minor, E, E minor, F, F major, G, G major, A minor, B, B diminished, and C, C major. Since we moved on today to G major, which has 1 sharp, F sharp, we would still have G major as our 1. Meaning, if you're not comfortable moving between the two, that's where you need to do teeter-totters, because that's the concept. Our G major goes to a minor, and then up to a B minor, and then a C major. Then a D major. Remember when we play the bar here to leave this open? If you want to play with 1 finger and put another finger down there to play with 2, that's fine. I just wouldn't suggest playing with 3 fingers. It gets a little busy. After we have the D major as the major 5th, we're going to go to the minor 6th. What's the minor 6th in the key of G? G, A, B, C, D, E minor. No matter how you want to play it, it's the minor 6th. And then the diminished 7th, we need to know how to play an F sharp diminished. So an F sharp diminished, as all diminished, it's a 1, flat 3, flat 5. So if we can play an F major, which I know you can, and you can play F major in a different finger, and if you can play F minor, which we haven't talked about it, but if you can play an F and drop this major 3rd to a minor 3rd, the feeling that you will have with that double bar feels the same as a G major, except you're not playing a G major. You're playing a double bar, scooting it up, and then playing this out here for the C sharp. Problem is, now you have an open note, which is why we do teeter-totters. So the shape that you play as a G7 or a B diminished is the shape you're going to play here for the F sharp minor. Knowing that is the F sharp minor, what do we need to do to make an F sharp minor and F sharp diminished? Flatten the 3rd. Well, flattening the 3rd, this is the 3rd. F, G, A. So when we see ourselves playing this, we can flatten that to a C and move this down. These 2 bookends plus this note is called a D7 or an F sharp diminished. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and G. So what we do, we get comfortable playing this with both of our fingering sets. Remember when doing teetering totters, play 1, switch, and go from there. Remember, we never want to cross fingers. Our longer fingers generally play the ones that are nearest to us and closest to the fret we're going to be moving to. So the takeaway for today, F sharp, you know where it is. That's our T-do. So our scale would be a low G, A at the 2nd fret, B at the 4th fret, C at the 5th fret or open, D at the 2nd fret, E at the 4th fret, F sharp at the 2nd fret, and then G again. Ta-da! G major. Great job today. If you have any more requests, send them to me. Although I do have your other request thing, I'll put another one out there today. And I will see you next week. Aloha.